Welcome back, dear learners, to Codes Basics of Entrepreneurship Thoughts and
Applications. Let us start with Module 1.
Entrepreneur and Entrepreneurship. It contains introduction, the concept of entrepreneur and
Entrepreneurship, qualities of an entrepreneur, types of entrepreneur, the role of the entrepreneur in economic development, and a young entrepreneur. Factors affecting entrepreneurial growth. Let us start with
introduction. The entrepreneur is an important input of economic development.
a good entrepreneur is one who is capable of inspiring confidence in people and has the ability to motivate them to work with him in fulfilling the economic goals set by him. The entrepreneur is an important input of economic development. So he is a catalyst of development. With him, we prosper. So without him, we are poor. The entrepreneur of the world are the wisest minds who leave an indelible mark in the history of mankind. They make it possible through their action and not through words. They do things in a completely new way. They think beyond the obvious, they go deeper, they think from different perspectives and angles. You give them any job, they do it with perfection. So nothing is impossible for them. They respond positively to the situation and tell, certainly I can do this. So then they get busy and find out how to do it. So the entrepreneur of the world do have a larger question than the intelligence questions. They have always something to learn. They keep learning because they enjoy challenges. They believe whoso neglects learning in his youth loses the past and is dead for the future. They know learning is not compulsory, neither the survival. So, agreeably, the word is a laboratory to the inquiring mind of entrepreneurs of the world. The term entrepreneur is defined in a variety of ways. Yet no consensus has been arrived at one precise skills and abilities that make a person a successful entrepreneur. So the word entrepreneur is derived from French word that is entreprendre, which means to undertake. According to Richard Cantillon, entrepreneur means an entrepreneur is a person who buys factor services at certain prices with a view to selling its product at uncertain prices. According to Schumpeter, the process of development is a deliberate and continuous phenomenon which is actively promoted by the escort services of a change agent who provides economic leadership. So, this agent is what is called entrepreneur. So, we can understand the entrepreneur is an advanced economy, is an individual who introduces something new in the economy. It may be a method of production not yet tested by experience in the branch of manufacturer concern, a product with which consumers are not yet familiar, or a new source of raw material, or of new markets, and the like. So, briefly, I can say an entrepreneur is one who innovates, raises money, assembles inputs, chooses managers, and set the organization going with his ability to identify them. So, innovation occurs through the introduction of a new quality in a new product, or a discovery of a fresh demand and a fresh source of supply, and by changes in the organization and management. So, the entrepreneur is defined as someone who has the ability and desire to establish and administer and succeed in a startup venture along with the risk entitled to it to make profits. As you know, all entrepreneurs has to take certain amount of risk, then only he can succeed. The best example of entrepreneurship is the starting of a new business venture. The entrepreneurs are often known as a source of new ideas or innovators and bring new ideas in the market by replacing old with the new invention. So it can be classified into small or home business to multinational companies. So in economics, the profits that an entrepreneur makes is with the combination of land, natural resources, labor and capital is termed as an entrepreneur. So now what do you mean by entrepreneurship? It's the ability and readiness to develop, organize and run a business enterprise. So it's an ability. So along with any of its uncertainties in order to make a profit. So the most prominent example of entrepreneurship is the starting of a new business. So in economics, entrepreneurship connected with land, labor, natural resources and capital can generate a profit. So the entrepreneurial vision is defined by a discovery and risk taking and is an indispensable part of a nation's capacity to succeed in an ever changing and more competitive global marketplace. Let us move on next topic. It is qualities of an entrepreneur. So no one is born an entrepreneur and everyone is a potential candidate for embarking on the entrepreneurial adventure. That being said, an entrepreneur's personality is often seen as a key element in their success or failure. So before you take the lead, give some thought to your true motivations and chance at success. So starting up or taking over a business requires many complementary skills. So you're best off knowing who you are. So first one is having a vision, a goal. It's very important. A good entrepreneur is always setting goals. More importantly, a good entrepreneur asks key questions like what vision do I have for my business? Why do I want to become an entrepreneur? If you have managed to shape a vision, you'll know how to keep your eye on the target throughout your venture to entrepreneurship. Being determined, persevering, and patient too. So, determination and perseverance are often listed as factors in the success of entrepreneurial projects. There has never been a success story without setbacks, failure, effort, a hunt for solutions, and other surprises. One. So, if you tend to fear a failure and throw up your hands without a fight, entrepreneurship might not be for you. So, failure happens all the time, and what's important is determining or drawing out the lessons what will help you forgo ahead. Third one is taking action and knowing how to make choices. So, decidedly, entrepreneurs are action oriented. A good entrepreneur is not the type to wait until things get themselves rolling. If you would say you need to act to succeed, you are headed in the right direction. So, from here on out, if you have the entrepreneurial knack, you will be capable of holding your responsibility by making decisions on small, strategic, or everyday matters, even if sometimes you may need to make quick decisions with a trace of doubt or uncertainty. Fourth one, imaging being creative and flexible. Above all else, an entrepreneur is an inventor, pushing back borders and seeing no limits. Not only do they bring their initial idea to life, but their creative minds enable them to adjust and enhance it along the way. So, as a budding entrepreneur, if you can identify with that, you'll be able to count on your imagination to get your out of stressful circumstances and adapt to new situations to guarantee the continuity of your project or business. So, creativity gives you a real edge on the competition, new untapped markets, and new clientele. Fifth one, no fearing challenges and daring to take certain risks. If you decide to launch your own business, there is a high likelihood early times will be tough and profits will be low. In order to set out of this new adventure, you must be prepared to take that risk and step outside your comfort zone.
So do not believe a risk taker acts without thinking. Sure, a good entrepreneur is not afraid of taking risks. Having identified environmental threats and detected opportunities are up for grabs beforehand. Having a hunger for learning and being curious. Entrepreneurs have a versatile and insatiable need to always dig farther for themselves and their employees. They're naturally very curious and on the lookout, and like who knows, maybe they will be find their next idea in the pages of Waiting Room magazine. So, an entrepreneur's curiosity helps them challenge their own ideas. So, ask yourself this: am I prepared to go beyond the fear of the unknown? If so, you can shop around for new ideas to pick up on. Being passionate. Starting a business is a complex undertaking, and the road to entrepreneurship has its share of pitfalls. Being passionate is a powerful motor to keep you moving forward. So, passion pushes you to good work, have fun, and not give up too quickly. Saying big but accepting to start small. You need dreams to succeed. If you think it is impossible, you'll not reach the end of your quest. Entrepreneurs constantly seek new ambitious goals for themselves and difficult projects to get involved in. But the beginnings are not always easy. Starting a business often stretches over a period of several years, and you'll need to be able to do a lot with little, which calls for multitasking, being a man of all trades, finding plans, okay, etc. So next one is being able to work in a team and delegate tasks. During your journey, you'll need to seek out the skills you don't possess in associates, partners, employees, and service providers, or perhaps simply delegate if you want to focus your energy on the important jobs. To do so, you need to be able to share your vision and communicate effectively in order to convince others, oversee and monitor their work, motivate them. Okay, you also need uh, to know how to juggle between tasks, jobs, and meetings. So these are the some of the qualities an entrepreneur must possess.